Hello my beautiful lovelies and welcome back to Art Carte, and this is the third video in this series where you're helping me to create a piece, and this is where I add the color that in the last video you guys voted on, and the votes kind of close for two of them, for the red and the pink jumped ahead at the last minute, so we're moving on with pink. This video has taken a long time to get to you guys because we ran into some issues. So let me just give you a fair warning. Do not become attached to any part of this piece because things happen and we have to move forward. So let's journey. Let me take you on this artist journey. First, adding color. There are two ways that I can color my pieces. One is traditionally and one is digitally. So if I color digitally, I use Eclipse Studio Paint and my Wacom tablet. And as you can see, I chose to do this one traditionally. So with traditional, my two favorite mediums are either Copic markers or watercolor color pencil combo. And I decided I wanted to do watercolor with this. Now the line art is done digitally. So I have to print that out on my watercolor paper. Now, I have found that my printer is kind of temperamental with its ink. If I print outline art and use it for Copics, it works great. Does not move, does not smudge. But I have noticed that water will smudge it. And so I don't know why harsh alcohol-based markers do not smudge this ink, but water does. Haven't figured that one out. So the problem is with you printing out your line art is that the ink from the line art will then merge in with your paints and it just gets to be a muddy mess. So to overcome that, I lighten the line art out so that it's super faint, kind of a ghosting image. Print that out and then I use regular ink pens to then go back over the lines and darken them in. The ones I use are my Copic multiliners. My favorite size is the 0.03, though I do have some 0.05s, and I have them in a variety of colors. The Copic multiliners come in like, well, of course, your blacks and several different grays, browns, greens, blues, pinks, magentas, and I think I have them all. Oh, purple too, my favorite color. So I decided, since I was going to outline this with Copic multiliners, that I might as well try to match up the colors with what I was going to do with the piece. Now again, as I said, pink won out, and so I was very excited about this. So excited that I should have paused, and even though I knew the colors, I should have swatched them out with the paints so that I could make sure that I was getting the right kind of paint consistency, because I didn't. And I placed in this pink, it's a rose pink that I have, I really love it, but it wasn't what I was having in my head. In my head, I had this really faint pink kind of mixed with like a peach color. I had seen a tablecloth somewhere that had this color scheme and I wanted to use it. And this one was a little bit too magenta-ish, but I kept moving forward because, you know, that's what we do. And I thought, well, maybe as it dries, it will lighten up a little bit and I can go with it. So at this point, I begin to add in my shading for the parts of her outfit that are going to be white. It's good to add your shading in first before you add any patterns because I wanted to do some striping at the bottom of her skirt. And I knew that if I put the stripings in first and then went in with my shadow colors that it would probably smudge my stripes and make them look all weird. So I added that in and then moved on to her hair. Now in the original swatching, the original colors concept from last video, she had blonde hair, but I really wasn't paying attention to that as much. The focus for the color combo was the dress, not so much her hair. So I decided instead of doing blonde that I would do like a light brown. And this is where things really started to kind of take a turn because sometimes we have a clear vision of what we want our art to be, the picture to look like. But then as we create it, it has a mind of its own and it becomes its own thing. And her light brown hair all of a sudden turned into dark brown hair, almost black hair, which was still workable with this. With this light pink and the dark black hair had a good contrast. I liked it. It was okay. Let's keep moving forward. So then it came to the secondary color for the dress. So for the dress is going to be mainly pink, but then would have a secondary, possibly third color to it. And that would be the stripes and the bodice of her dress, and I decided to go with this blue. Again, did I swatch the blues first? No, I just jumped ahead. Problem is, they work okay together, but the problem is that they're both really POW colors. They are both fighting for dominance in this piece. And so it was throwing things off. What I needed was a softer, muted blue, and I didn't use that. So when I come to a problem in my piece, sometimes I'll put it aside, let it rest, and I'll come back to it. So that's what I did. Then off camera, I decided I knew how to fix my problem. Again, in my mind, I had this soft, light, peachy color, and I thought, well, I need to just make the skirt not so magenta. I need to warm it up, put a little bit of yellow on it, and that will take care of my problem. So I grabbed a lemon yellow wash and went over top of it. And that's where we Bob Rossed for the first time. Sometimes we have happy accidents. That's what we're going for with this one, because I think I have made a mistake. Dun dun dun. So I put it aside for a couple of days to come back to it, but I think I have messed my colors up. I had this nice pink and this nice blue, and they were working well together, and I thought I just wanted to be it was too cold of a pink. I wanted it to be a little bit warmer, so I thought I would give it a wash with some yellow, and it has turned it into this kind of orange pink. And if you just look at just that, not bad, but because I have chosen to do this outlining in blue, oh, these colors just clashed. So when I make a mistake and I don't know how to fix it, generally I'll put it to the side and I'll work on something else. So then I started working on the goose, and I thought, well, let's not make a white goose. Let's make something exciting. So I thought to make a gray goose, but he just kind of melds in. I don't like him. He's not turning out the way I wanted him. He's not like boom. I don't know. So there are two options that I have with this. One, I can scrap the whole piece and print her off again and start over, which is an option. Or two, I can keep working forward, keep moving forward, keep working on this, and see if I can make it better or worse. So of those two options, I'm going to go with the second one, because I can always scrap this and go back and start over again. But I want to see if I can rescue this piece first. The only problem with rescuing the piece at this point is she's not going to be pink, which is what was voted on for the color. But sometimes what we want our art to be isn't what we get. And as an artist, we have to work with that. So I tried to make her pink, and I really want her to be pink, and maybe I'll do another one and make her pink later. But for this piece, because I don't want you to guys wait like 3 months for me to get another piece done, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna make this like a dark blue, and I'm gonna do something with this goose, and we'll see what we can do. Let's go. Okay, so this is either make it or break it time. Now I can't go lighter because there's so much pigment in this paper already. So the only option I have is to go darker. And I have to choose something that's going to match the blue. So I mixed up our almost midnight blue and decided to go over it, which turned it into a little bit of a midnight purple blue. So I had to go over it a couple of times, which made her dress super dark. Now, had I stuck with my original idea of keeping her hair a lighter color, she would have worked beautifully. But her hair is so dark that it just melds into the picture. And I by this time I was done. I like the piece, but it is so far removed from what I had envisioned. Plus, it's not pink. It's not what you guys voted on. I tried a few things to make it fun. I added a little pattern on her skirt with the gel pen. I like it. It's okay, but it's not exactly what I wanted. So let's go back to the drawing board. Remember I said there was 2 ways that I could color a piece, traditionally or digitally. Well, let's go ahead and color this digitally with the color schemes that I see in my head, using the pink and a lighter shade. I'm going to go with a light muted green and light hair color and just see how that works. And now I'm going to leave the final vote up to you as to which one you like best. the traditional piece or the digital piece. So let me know in the comment section below. We have blue and we have pink. Which one do you think turned out better? Or do you think I should have just gone with the red? Because that was second place to be used. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little journey. It was fun to have you guys have a good input on the piece and to let me know what you guys think. Hopefully I'll do this again in the future. If you enjoyed these types of videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, God bless you guys. Keep being awesome, stay creative, and we'll see you in the next art video. Bye-bye.